last video, I shared with you what's in and out of style this summer, as well as budget hacks, but in this video, I'm showing you how to easily style each trend and giving you more trends that were not included in the past video. Each item is under $100, so if there's a trend you've been dying to try, but don't want to shell out a ton of cash for them, these are gonna be your affordable alternatives. Trust me, no one's gonna know you didn't buy these from Neiman Marcus, AKA needless markup. The first trend we have are the pedal pushers. People have gone both ways. Some people literally hate these to death, and some people really love them and have been wearing them actually for years. They were ahead of the curve. What I really like about pedal pushers is you truly can just treat them as a pair of leggings or typical black pants. There's no questioning how to really style these because they're like vanilla ice cream. You can pair whatever you want with them. But if you're looking for specific tips, you can be ultra fashionable and pair these with a pair of kitten heels to lengthen your calves. If you want to play with some proportions, I think this looks very good styled with a cropped blazer, very vacay and niche vibe, and you can make it sporty. Play around to your own comfortability. I'm also gonna let you guys know how hot these trends are, and on a scale from 1 fire flame to 3, these are going to be a 3. Likely gonna be around for a while, so don't ignore them for too long. Next, we have the Ballet Wrap top. If you're a frequent shopper on Aloe Yoga, even Lululemon, you have likely seen this before, but we're taking it out of the athleisure realm and bringing it to the real world realm. What I like about these, especially in the summer, is that they're very lightweight. Some of them are somewhat transparent. And yeah, if you're doing yoga class, bar class, Pilates class, this is a great thing to slip on to and from your classes. Ballet core has been an on and off trend the last couple years, and there are a few pieces later in this video that will tie back to that, but sticking to this particular one, this is such an easy trend to get on because they add a little bit of nostalgia, they add a little bit of feminism, and the one I'm sharing here is incredibly cheap, unlike the Aloe and Lululemon version. I mean, who knows how long this is going to stick around for, so the hot meter is going to put this at a 2. You do not just have to wear this to the gym. You can use this to accentuate your waist, which it does a very good job at, with a skirt, casual jeans, jean shorts, or honestly as a swim cover up for the holidays. Third thing we have going on is called the East-West bag. Here I'm showing you the Prada dupe of this, much cheaper than the original, looks the same, feels the same. 3 fire flames because it's gonna be part of your capsule core collection. This bag is not going anywhere. Very on trend, very old money, very it girl, very Pinterest, and suitable for nearly every occasion. Plus it's roomy enough, so unlike those micro bags that were popular last year and the year before and the year before, this one actually has room for you to store stuff. This trend is rather controversial, but it's hot whether you like it or not. That is the jelly shoe. Now, I had people commenting on the last video, they're like, what do we do? Like, our feet are gonna get sweaty, what do you do? I mean, obviously there's deodorant, there's baby powder, and I want to quickly mention that you're not required to wear any of these trends if you don't want to. You can stick to your jeans and a t-shirt. These are just the trends of the season, which, as you guys know, rotate every season. If you're not up for them, back away and say, hey, I'm gonna wait for the next season. But if you wanna be up to date on all the latest things and cutting edge and look like an ultimate fashion editor icon, the jelly shoes are going to be one of those trends. While this one looks complicated to style, it's really not. Just treat it like a sandal. I purposely found this pair that is a Mary Jane ballet flat because some of the jelly shoes were just a little funky and I didn't see you guys going for those. These are more versatile. Just treat them like a typical flat. I liked the clear one because that was even more versatile than something that had a loud and vibrant color. But of course, if you like those, go for those by all means. This is going to get a 1 on the hot meter just because it's hot in the fashion world, but it's not so hot in the real world. I've yet to see one person wear these shoes other than a 3-year-old. So wear these with linen pants, Stick to the neutral colors. Wear them with a dress. Just do not wear them with any piece of activewear. Now we have a trend that came back. She made a reappearance. This is the bubble skirt. Some people thought this was gonna be a one and done last year, but no, she needed an encore. Luckily, you can find these very inexpensively rather than going to your Aritzia and spending $100 on a skirt. But she is getting a 1 on the hot meter just because we don't know if she's gonna be around next year. She's not as hot as she was last year, but she still has a level of attractiveness to her. The nice thing about the bubble skirt is you can treat them very sporty-like or very casual-like. And yes, you can obviously dress them up. Maybe speaking for the majority of us, but most of us aren't dressing up on a daily basis. So when you see my style recommendations, they're usually more on the casual everyday side. But hey, if you want dressy recommendations, we can definitely do a separate video on that. Speaking of dressy outfits, you can totally wear these with heels. Like if you've got a fun date night or if you're going to a summer soiree, put on the heel. Otherwise, wear them with any shoe you want. Even the jellies. If you want to be ultra cool and ultra on trend, pair these with a pair of sneakers. We're gonna get some more of that later. Balance it on top. You don't want poof on the bottom and poof on the top. Now a trend I personally am obsessed with because you can wear these to bed and then roll out of bed and wear them for the remainder of the next day. Although maybe not office appropriate, are the boxer shorts. These things are so comfortable. Don't have to steal my boyfriend's anymore. Just kidding, I never did that. He wears tidy whities. Maybe I shouldn't have said that. These are so crisp, and given that they're a cotton fabric, they're sweat proof. These look best paired with a rib tank, and they double up as a swimsuit cover up if you're very anti-dress cover up. Definitely recommend when you're buying these shorts to buy them a size larger. Gave some tips on this on my other video, but you want a baggy fit. You do not want these tight in any way at all. Also, they're elastic, and I know we have a lot of elastic waistbands out there because bloat happens. These are getting 3 fires. They're hot, they're staying hot. Now we have the retro sneakers. The dominant players here are going to be the Puma Speed Cat and the Adidas Tokyo. However, some of us are anti-rounded toes, so I found this Puma pair that has the retro vibes and also is insanely affordable. These are getting 3 fires because everybody loves them, everybody can wear them, and let's be honest, wearing fun sneakers just puts you in a good mood. These will stay in your closet for many years. Just please, once you get holes, rips, or tears in them, throw them away and buy a new pair. If you want to be extra trendy, you can swap out the traditional white laces for another color variation. If you don't want to do that, no big deal. These look especially chic paired with a prairie skirt, wink wink. Preppy polos. We all love a good blast from the past, and the polos have come back. The polos are especially great because not only are they a cult classic, but you can wear them all year round. Key points here, do not button every single button. That's a big no. You want to have a couple buttons undone. If you want to look super chic like a French girl, pair these with those pedal pusher capris and ballet flats. You might as well be in Paris. I opted for this sweater version because this looks ultra rich. This is given old money, looking like I spent $600 at Gold Label, Black Label, Ralph Lauren for this, except you didn't. Also, it's insanely comfy and the sweater edge gives you an edge. This is more of a subtle trend, but it definitely is a trend that has gone unnoticed, and it is the drop waist. Many dresses from Reformation have this concept, as well as Anthropologie and Aritzia, mainly because it's also on that old money theme, but it's very much a capsule collection that you're gonna wear again and again and again. Specifically this piece. This dress does come in several colors. If black is not your vibe, totally understand. But anything that is comfortable, functional, and fashionable is the perfect trifecta. Your best bet here is going to wear these with sandals, with ballet flats. Keep it casual and let the dress do the talking. This one may not be for everybody, but this girl is a shining star for the summer season. We have the ballet sneaker. Not really a ballet flat, not really a sneaker, some kind of mashup in between. As far as trends go, this is a hard-hitting trend. I'm gonna give this 3 fires because she's a standout. Give major props to whoever first came out with this trend because you're mixing feminine energy with everyone's favorite sneaker. Flats aren't the best for your feet, so this combination makes a lot of sense. It is a beautiful pair that, quite frankly, is the prettiest ballet sneaker I found. Hopefully you can see the opportunities. White is a no-nonsense color, and whether you're wearing these with jeans, with shorts, with a skirt, I mean, this goes with everything aside from a cocktail dress and those gym shorts we talked about earlier. However, when you have the lace ribbons on here, it just gives some extra polish and these look mega rich. Now we are entering the color of the season, which is butter yellow. Every year there's some pastel that makes it to the mainstream, and this year we went for butter. What a lovely color though. I mean, truly complementary to every skin tone out there. Very soft, subtle color. That's a nice refresher to anything in neon on the market. While yellow is a summery spring color, she comes back every year. Whether you opt for the sweater I'm showing here, or you do want to invest in a super expensive one, you'll without a doubt be able to wear it each year for Easter. The sunglasses of the season are the oval sunglasses. Why are these so hot? Because they're très chic. Clearly, I don't have a French accent. Anytime you see someone with an oval sunglass, you just literally assume that they're either a fashion editor, they have really, really good style intuitions, or they stole them from their mother's closet. Either way, you look like you're on your A game with these sunglasses. Personally, love this pair that's a Mumu dupe, because if you can look expensive for way, way, way less, why not? If you remember these from last year, this is also another comeback. I tend to think in the world of TikTok and fashion and just literally all these trends that get recycled so quickly and easily, sometimes we just gotta dig from last year's collection and repeat them because there's no other options left. Here's where we get the multicolor beaded necklace. I think it was the LSU basketball coach wore one of these, or like bracelet versions all the time. I've seen people in their 60s wear this. I've seen children wear this. I've seen college students. It's a fun piece for every age group, especially this one that is like $9 on Amazon. It's a trend you just want to test out with the little initial. It couldn't be easier. This is where you get your cheap dopamine. Looks best with a very simple, solid base, whether that's a t-shirt or a cami. You want to let the necklace be the standout piece. A lot of us are thanking the heavens that this is finally a trend again. Funny to say trend because this is just a classic item. It's just people haven't given it a whole lot of attention. But there is one caveat. Do not opt for the rubber versions of the thong sandal. This is definitely the item you're gonna get your highest return on investment of. I've been at 3 fires because it's never gonna go anywhere. While these may have some orthopedic issues, we tend to ignore that because it's fashion. These leather sandals just simplify every outfit, make it very classy, very no nonsense. But again, leather variations only. But these are absolutely not going to look good at all if you've got a chipped petty. So just make sure you're painting those nails beforehand. Pretty sure everybody loves this trend, so I'm happy to announce the Prairie Skirt. Another item that works for every single age group. Even though this is a longer skirt with more fabric, it's surprisingly breathable. Because it's cotton, it will swick away your sweat. Thigh sweat, whatever else you're hiding under there. Because we're going for a white version, this makes it very easy to pair with the other trends or items in your closet. Keep in mind, this is going to look the absolute best if you opt for a basic on top. We don't want a ruffled blouse on top. That's a completely different vibe. Otherwise, you're opting for more of a bohemian look than a summer classic look. Another trend that is comfy but professional but stylish is the vest. To avoid confusion of any kind, it's just best to buy this as a two-piece set. During the day, throw on a blazer or sweater and your oval sunnies. Then at night, grab some statement earrings, maybe some heels. You're set for both occasions. This one is getting 2 fires because it may not be everybody's cup of tea given that it's more of a menswear look and you can't really wear this in the fall and winter, making it more seasonal, but it's still hot. One you may not have heard yet is the toe ring sandal. These look ultra luxe. They look like Bottega Veneta, but they're not because those are ridiculous. These are getting 3 fires. This is where you're gonna wanna buy now. Obviously, perfect pairing with the pedal pushers and the two-piece set. And if you're looking to elongate your legs, pair this with a nude petty. These are just so great because they're a fun little unique twist on an otherwise classic. We have seen those typical strappy sandals for how many years now? While absolutely nothing wrong with those, these just give you some slight edge. Next trend we have is the Hobo Bag. Now, there's different variations of the Hobo Bag. We have seen suede and, you know, back in the day, more cottony type of fabrics and linen, but we're specifically talking about the leather Hobo Bag. This is a little bit of another blast from the past, early 2000s, minus the juicy tracksuit trauma. Those were so cute, but I don't know. They tried to bring them back and it didn't quite work. We have completely ditched those micro bags, the teeny tiny, you could only fit Tic Tacs in, for this very soft, slouchy, underarm, convenient bag. It's comfy, fits a Kindle, and looks Prada adjacent for $20-ish. So, I mean, the style tips here are very simple. This goes with everything, especially if you're opting for a neutral shade such as brown or black or even white. Hence, this bag can go with any of the other fashion trends mentioned in this video, and you can actually store stuff in it other than those mini teeny tiny bags. So on the meter of hotness, we have a 3 because this bag is a year-round essential, but it actually fits stuff inside of it, so you don't have to carry like 3 bags or keep stuff in your pocket or other areas you might be hiding things. This will definitely be back for next summer, and if you get bored of basic neutrals, you can definitely go for a pastel one to add some color or a metallic, but when in doubt, stick with neutrals. One of perhaps the most practical pieces, especially when you're looking at the end of summer going into fall, is the technical jacket. You're always gonna want a khaki tan color for this, not only to go from summer to fall, but it's just timeless. These seem complicated, but they're really not. If you want to go for a sporty vibe, wear these under a legging set or a biker short set with your sneakers. If you're looking for a more fashionable vibe, pair this with a belt waist bag and people are gonna mistake it for Prada. If you ever come into that situation where you really need a jacket once the sun goes down, she's gonna help warm you up. Looks incredibly good over a sundress as well. Haven't mentioned anything for hair yet, and here we are. We have the French hairpin. This is so utterly classy and sophisticated and a super great alternative to the claw clip. I love a claw clip, don't get me wrong, but this just ties everything together in a very European summer way. Now these things look a little tricky, but I promise you they're not. You literally just twist up your hair like you would a claw clip and then you just weave it through. You literally go in, out, or out and out. You get the drift. 3 fires because this isn't going anywhere. You can wear it year round. You can do a half up style. Once you get the hang of it, it couldn't be easier. We also have the bangle bracelets. These come in many sizes from thick to thin to medium to everything in between, but you're gonna wanna wear one at a time. We're not in the early 2000s anymore. These also give a very luxurious edge and they're a standout piece. The great thing about summertime is you really can let your bracelets and your rings take center stage. So you're gonna want want something that's ultra shiny. These are incredibly easy to find, and some of them definitely go in the tens of thousands, but don't worry, you don't have to do that. This one's getting 3 fires because it is the simplest way to elevate any outfit. As we all know, fashion trends come and go, so it's in this season, this year, maybe completely gone and vanish next year. Don't fret, I'll keep you covered in the years to come, but also please do not feel like you have to jump on every single trend. I wanted to make sure to give you guys very affordable alternatives because you may test a trend out and then find out you don't like it. And wouldn't it be awful if you spent thousands of dollars in that process? If you missed my other summer trends fashion video, you can watch it up here as well as the other ones from my channel. Let me know what your favorite trend is of this season, which one you are going to be sporting this summer. And with that, I'll see you next time. Bye.